Hey there, future nurses. This is Dr. Knight, your DNP nurse educator and mentor. Tonight, I come before you because I want to focus on specific questions that I believe you should be asking during your clinical rotation. These questions are going to show that you are concerned about patient outcomes. And also, it's going to demonstrate that you have a clear understanding of nursing assessment and critical thinking. And lastly, it's going to show that you respect the experience and expertise of the staff working in the clinical environment. They want to know that they are appreciated. So let's show up asking the right questions. Here in my book, Clinical Confidence for Nursing Students, on page 38 and 39, I have highlighted specific questions that I believe is going to help you look and feel more confident when you are engaging with staff in a clinical environment. So here, these questions focus on patient safety. Let's take a look at one or two of these questions. The first is, how do you assess whether this patient's pain medication is working effectively? Now, this shows that you are concerned that if you give a medication, you want to know if it's working, and what do you do if it's not working? What will be your next step? This shows critical thinking, and it shows that you are really concerned about your patient outcomes. Another question is, what changes in this patient's status would concern you the most? Now, these questions really help you think, like, what should I do? Or what is, it's like prioritizing what should I be looking for and what should I do? This is really going to show that you are interested and you're engaged about keeping your patient safe. Another area I talk about is advanced safety. It's just like digging a little bit deeper into patient safety. So let's take a look. Here on page 39, it says, what assessment findings would make you call the physician immediately? Now, this one is a great question because we always want to know what's the next step? How do I escalate things when my patient's condition or status is changing? So this shows that you are really interested and you're eager to learn more. Another question here is, how do you prioritize care when you have multiple patients with competing needs? This is also a great question because this shows that you want to know, how do nurses manage to take care of all these patients, get all these things done in a specific way, and still keep the patient safe. Another area that I believe is really important is skill development questions. On page 40 in my book, Clinical Confidence for Nursing Students, I highlight some questions in this area also that's going to show that you want to learn more about developing your skills and performing specific tasks in the hospital environment. So questions like, could you show me the proper technique for this procedure? Is great because you saying, demonstrate to me before I do anything so that you're able to perform this task more confidently. The next question here is, what's the most common mistake students make with this skill? Now, ladies and gentlemen, this definitely shows that you're interested in learning from mistakes and you do not want to repeat the same mistakes. You want to learn and keep your patients safe also. Lastly, there's a question here that says, what resources do you recommend for learning more about this? Now, this particular question shows that you're interested about learning more. Now, in nursing, we all know that learning is a continuous journey. So this is going to show that I'm here, I want to learn, I'm interested in learning, and I belong here, and I want you guys to actually help me throughout my clinical journey. If you like messages like this, I want you to subscribe to my channel. I also want you to drop a comment on areas that you might be struggling in, and I will gladly offer some support and encouragement and also motivate you to just keep going throughout your clinical journey. And lastly, I want you guys to go on Amazon and order my book, Clinical Confidence for Nursing Students. You can either order it in paperback or you can order it as an ebook, whichever one you like. I assure you that this book is going to help you throughout your entire clinical journey. You can use it as a reference. You can go back to as often as you like. But most importantly, you can come back to my channel and I will definitely guide you throughout your entire journey. Happy clinicals.